15th May 2006 must have been a regular day for all of us, but that was not the case for David Sharp. This 34-year-old man lost his life in Green Boots Cave, situated on the northeast ridge of Mount Everest. The controversy over his death is still discussed among the climbers. His death shows how heartless human beings can be in unfortunate situations. What happened to David Sharp on May 15th? Who betrayed him? David Sharp was born in Hertfordshire. He had proved his skills in mountain climbing by being one of the best mountaineers and rock climbers out there. His previous expedition with Richard Dougan and his team to the sixth tallest mountain in the world got him an opportunity to climb Mount Everest with them. Dougan expressed his concern about the physical attributes of David Sharp, as he was thin and quite tall. He wouldn't be able to survive the climb of Mount Everest due to low body fat. Sharp was among the 6 men who were part of the expedition. They were all well equipped to conquer the enormous Mount Everest. Only 2 of them could complete the expedition and reach the peak of Mount Everest. Sharp was among the rest who couldn't complete it, as he faced physical injuries due to severe snowbite and exhaustion. Even though he couldn't make it to the summit, he gave a helping hand to a Spanish climber who ran out of his oxygen tank. A few people helped him with their oxygen tank, and David Sharp was at the forefront. Sharp wanted to climb Everest one more time and make it a successful expedition, but his body did not allow him. He then decided to fulfill his dream of climbing Mount Everest later on in his life, but he never knew this deadly desire would kill him. Before we get to know how he invited his death, smash the subscribe button and press the bell icon to never miss a single video from Mountaineers. In 2004, Sharp climbed Mount Everest up to 8,500 meters. But yet again, he was unable to reach the peak of Everest. This time, he was part of a European team and they shared their experience with Sharp. The team members pointed out that Sharp was not strict with the safety measures and he thinks an additional tank is quite unwanted. He assured them that he can climb Everest without a supplementary oxygen tank and a team to guide him. This shocked the whole team as they never expected him to be overconfident. Asia Trekking, an adventure company situated in Nepal, made the required arrangements for David Sharp to climb Mount Everest alone in 2006. Sharp did not take additional oxygen tanks or radio, as he wanted to prove to all that he can single-handedly complete the climb without any support. He only took 2 oxygen tanks and limited equipment to climb Mount Everest. 12 climbers booked their arrangement slots through Asia Trekking. They were all strangers to each other, but they came for the climb from all around the world. Their common goal led them to create a group with 12 members and proceed with the challenging climb. On the 13th of May 2006, David Sharp began his climb from the base camp. He decided to climb alone, and he did not inform the other 11 climbers. On the 14th of May, an American climber recalled his memory of seeing David Sharp at Third Step Base Camp. Several climbers saw him climbing the northeast ridge. To this date, it's unclear whether he finished his climb and fulfilled his dream of conquering the mighty Mount Everest. He was found without his belongings lying next to the famous Green Boots Cave. He ran out of oxygen tanks. He lost consciousness due to extreme cold and exhaustion. On May 16th, many climbers went past David Sharp, but they assumed that he lost his life and they did not care to check up on him. A few climbers, including a team of Turkish climbers, thought that Sharp was taking a rest and they didn't dare to disturb him. The Turkish team decided to call off their expedition, and on their way back to base camp, they saw Sharp again in the same position, and this time they realized that he needed help. They decided to reach the base camp and return with additional oxygen, but one of their team members was faced with health problems. They abandoned Sharp to save their team member's life and their own. Are you enjoying the video so far? Now is the right time to press the like button. A team of climbers from New Zealand, guided by Mark Woodward, found David Sharp and tried to wake him up by shouting at him and flashing torchlight to his eyes. As there was no response, they continued with their climb. As they were climbing down Everest, they found him again and tried to help him out by providing him with oxygen. There was a slight response from his side. He whispered his name and the trekking company he was with, but they were unwilling to carry him down as the climb was crucial. The news of David Sharp was discussed by every climber internationally. The media criticized the lack of humanity among modern climbers. The circumstances of his death show how everyone is selfish when it comes to achieving their goals. A few experienced climbers spoke in favor of those who did not help David Sharp, as they would have put their own life at risk. What do you think about David Sharp's death? Let us know in the comment section.